Now, were you a childhood thespian that over the years lost touch with your love of theatre? Well, our friends at the Theatre Royal in Bury St Edmunds are hosting new acting workshops. It's amazing. It's called Act Your Age. I mean, I'd go alone, but I don't qualify, though. It's designed for the over 55s. Lynn Whitehead runs the workshops. Lynn, thanks for popping on. What a lovely thing to do, and well done on a brilliant title for the workshops.
I wish I could claim credit for the title. It's not mine, but it is brilliant. And it does suit the group because they are fantastic at absolutely not acting their age, which is brilliant.
But I swear that is the secret to staying young.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as we get, you sound much younger than I definitely am. And as we get older, we've got all that responsibility, all that looking after other people we've had to do. And there comes a point where you go, oh, do you know what would be nice just to play about and be silly for a bit? And this group is perfect for that. It is just an opportunity to play about and remember how to be yourself and not have to look after somebody else all the time.
It is so important to do that. What I was going to ask you, though, is if just for a bit of a social experiment, how much of the group are fellas and how much are women?
Well, do you know what? It does swing, as you might imagine, a little bit towards the women. But I think the current group, I would say about a third men and 2/3 women.
Because the reason I ask that is because all the men in my life, I love them to bits, but they've got no problem staying in touch with their youth and their young side. It's the women that I don't know if we're just made differently or if we just, in the majority of cases, take the load when it comes to childcare, looking after parents, that sort of thing. So I'm guessing that actually it's quite therapeutic coming to this.
Yeah, do you know, I think it is. It's the lovely thing about it is that we do very slowly and gently sort of dump inhibitions. So, people often start going, oh, I don't know, I'm a bit shy, I don't think I'll be able to get up. But it's very playful, and within minutes, people are usually up doing something, doing funny voices, making a fool of themselves. So it's very, very therapeutic in that sense. For an hour and a half, you can just forget everything else and come and play with a really lovely bunch of people. So,
thing is, though, we are still British, aren't we? And it is a bit organised fun and acting. You still, It might. Do you make allowances for us to need a couple of weeks to lose our self-consciousness?
Oh, yeah, because it's the kind of things, what we do is we do a lot of improvisation stuff. So it's the kind of things people might be familiar with from Whose Line Is It Anyway, those kind of games. And we always start by saying, can I have 2 volunteers, please? Or 3 volunteers. And so for the first couple of weeks, if you're not sure, you can just sit there and watch and have a giggle. But then inevitably there'll be something where you go, oh, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. So people warm up quite quickly. And it's such a lovely, friendly group that nobody feels silly and shy for long, to be honest. So, yeah.
So, interestingly, I wonder how you got into this, because it sounds to me like you've got a real joie de vivre. Is acting your background, or is it almost working with people at community work?
It's half and half. I started life when I first left college as a professional actor, and I did that for about 25 years.
25 years?
Oh, yeah, until I had my babies. I had my babies late, and of course professional acting doesn't tie in very well with having a young family.
No, but what I mean, I've got friends who are actors. They have not lasted 25 years. It's a tough industry.
Yeah, it is. And that was, that's part of the thing is you don't have to just love the subject. You have to live that crazy life as well. Yeah. And I was very lucky, and I lived that crazy life for a long time. And then when I had my babies, I sort of tipped sideways into theatre outreach work, this kind of work, working with young people, youth theatres, working with all sorts of self-identifying groups, people with head injuries, people with learning disabilities.
Oh, wow.
And then quite a lot of work now, I'm good and old, with people who are slightly older, because, there's none of that, right, let's all get down on the floor because we can't get up again. So
This is my kind of way to hang out. Yeah, I love it.
Don't do any of that. No hard stuff.
So is this like a finite amount of time for the workshop, or is it like a drama group where you're going to work to put on a play at some point?
No, that's not what we are. We're not a performance group. It's very much a come along weekly, have a nice time. We sometimes carry a theme on for half a term or a term or whatever, but we don't. It's not about learning lines and putting on a show. I mean, Suffolk is really well catered for absolutely excellent amateur dramatic companies who will put on a show. But that's not what we're about. We're about the playing, about having fun stuff. So it's weekly, term time. We have. It's usually 8 or 10 sessions in a term, depending on when the holidays fall, and we usually have a break for half term like the schools do. And so it's kind of 5 weeks at a time, if you think of it like that. And if you can't come one week, then you can't come. And it's not like you're going to miss out massively because every week is going to be slightly different. So
the reason, Lynn, I asked you about putting on plays, I don't know if you've read any of Richard Osman's Thursday Murder Club books.
Oh, I've read the first one, yeah.
They are just tremendous. And you lot put me in mind of those troublesome pensioners that solve crimes. And everyone, they always get the better of the criminals because no one expects them, because you've got sort of maybe set vision of what someone over 65's doing.
Absolutely.
So if you do come to putting on a play, I think you'd have a lot of fun with that one.
Yes, absolutely. Well, very badly behaved older people. There's nothing quite like it. Sometimes, you get people walking through the session and we're all making funny noises or being giraffes or whatever. And you can see them go, well, I wouldn't have had that lockdown for behaving like that, Because when we arrive, we all look very sensible, of course, and very grown up and like we know what's going on. And then that all goes out the window for an hour and a half, which is glorious.
Lynn, do you know what? I wonder if we can send our reporter Luke Deal to hang out with you guys. I think it would be brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, I've popped him on the spot now. He might be like, I don't want to pretend to be a giraffe. Leave it with me, Lynn. I think we need boots on the ground in this group of yours.
Absolutely. I'm sure the group will be delighted to come and welcome him along because, as I say, it is very welcoming. And if you don't want to be a giraffe, you don't have to. So, yeah.
That should be on the posters. You don't have to be a giraffe. So do we need to pre-book, or can we rock up on a day?
This term started already on January the 16th. So that was, yesterday. We started back after Christmas yesterday. But it's every Tuesday. It starts at 1:30. And if anyone would, you can let us know and rock up. But if anyone's interested in joining, go on to the Theatre Royal website, have a look under, it's usually in kind of joining in or what's on, or have a look, or ring the box office and ask and make them tell you all the details. You get a free taster session if it's your first time. And then, just in case you absolutely don't want to be a giraffe, but you can never picture being a giraffe ever again. But so you do get one go for free. It'll be lovely to have a few more people to play with. There's about 14 of us, I think, at the moment, but there's plenty of chairs, room for more.
Oh, Lynn, I love you. I want to bunk off work and come and play.
Come on.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Lynn Whitehead.